listen, it's Halloween. There's witches.
Don't smoke, kids. Smoking is bad for you. Hello and welcome everybody. Welcome back to another YouTube video, and this is my Halloween special. So for Halloween, I don't have a costume. I actually made two costumes into one. First one, I am a metal fan. You can see my Slipknot shirt. Holy shit, it's an accurate cosplay because this is stinky as hell. I need to throw that in the fucking garbage. Anyway, and the other one, you can see my hairdo, hairstyle, whatever the fuck you want to call it.
Stop, look, and listen.
Let's get into it. There's nothing more I have to say. But before we start this review, I need to give a little bit of an overview about this movie. So after 13 years of waiting patiently for a Saw movie and having two disappointments, we finally have a new Saw mainline Saw film, and that is Saw X. This takes place between Saw 1 and 2, where we see John Kramer actually trying to cure his terminal brain rot. He meets up with Dr. Cecilia, who has this super serum that is gonna cure cancer.
Yeah, I have my doubts about that.
So let's start with the pros. The first one I have in my mind is atmosphere. Atmosphere in this movie is used perfectly and with multiple ways. First way they use to build up atmosphere is the colors. The colors in this movie are amazing. They have two properties. Number one is that they emulate the old grungy style of the first couple of movies in the Saw films in the mid-2000s. And these movies, because of the use of color and obviously the claustrophobic area, it kind of gave you this thick air feel, which is portrayed in this movie flawlessly. And number two is kind of a Breaking Bad way of using color by telling the story without saying anything. And that is fucking amazing. When characters are distressed or in fear or anger, the colors depend on that. And it also helps with making you super uncomfortable, not only because the traps in this movie are fucking brutal, man, but because, like I said, the colors are incorporated in a way to tell a story. And I went off script a little bit, and now, oh fuck. Okay, let's just jump into the next part, which is the traps. So, the traps. They are the highlight of this movie. They balance between simple yet effective traps and elaborate John Kramer masterpieces. And the movie actually builds up the intensity of each trap. Now, I don't know if they did this in the Saw movies. The old ones, I don't remember, so forgive me, it's been a long time since I watched any of these movies. But like I said, the first trap compared to the last trap is fucking mwah. Chef's kiss of building up tension and brutality of traps. And not to suck off the movie too much, the main trap that's on the posters and which I was really hyped for is in the movie for like 2 minutes. And it's not even like a real trap, it was something in John Kramer's head. Now let's get to the main point I'm trying to get at here. The thing that would break or make this movie for me. Characterization. Characters in Saw films in general they were deep, they had a lot of tragic elements to them, but they were never this good. You know what I mean? Like, they were good, but now they're way much better. And no one shows that other than the girl herself, Amanda Young. Amanda, as cold-hearted and as psychotic as she is, actually shows empathy to another character. Gabriella is a drug addict that works with Dr. Cecilia. And that connection between her and Amanda obviously makes Amanda a little empathetic towards her because she relates to what she's been through, you know, drug addiction and all that. To the point that Amanda tries to talk John out of putting Gabriella into a game. Can you imagine that? She would never do anything for anyone else, you know? Whoever, she fucking killed, what was his name again? The guy in the fucking bathroom? You get the point, okay? Amanda would never do anything for anyone. Because she relates with Gabriella, she tries to talk John out of making that decision on putting her into a trap, which is fucking amazing. Speaking of John Kramer, the relationship between him and Amanda is fucking amazing. Or is it workship? I don't know really. It's not a relationship. but it's not hatred either. So I don't know what to call that. But like I said, the characters in this movie are fucking amazing, and John Kramer himself is fucking amazing. Can you imagine that? Ladies and gentlemen, these people deserve a clap and a half, because let's be honest, John Kramer, at least in the third movie onward, was kind of dumb. His motivations weren't really consistent, and he would break his own rules every fucking single time. But in this movie, they fucking nailed him, my dude. If I want to see a cinematic interpretation of John Kramer, this is the kind of cinematic interpretation I want to see. We see John desperate for a solution, trying to do anything to cure his terminal brain rot, to the point that he gets into depression. Like, he goes to a fucking talk circle and everything, you know what I'm talking about? He goes to therapy, basically, that's what I'm trying to say. Depression eating away at him, and yet he tries to be as happy and positive as possible. We see him go outside, we see him talk and hang out with people. I'm not making this shit up, by the way, this is actually in the movie. And we see John Kramer as a nice guy. We don't see him like all other movies trying to talk about life and appreciating life and all that shit. We see him as a normal human being who has normal human interactions. So, speaking of that, when he meets Dr. Cecilia for the first time when he arrives in Mexico, there's a scene between them where they kind of reflect John Kramer and Cecilia in a way. As she says, Dr. Cecilia says, I help people, what do you do? Kind of asking John about his occupation, and he says that he also helps people, but in different ways, which is kind of funny, not gonna lie. When we get to John, he believes he is cured. He has his operation done on him. We see him smile for probably the first time in the entire Saw series. And I'm talking about a smirk or a menacing laugh. I'm talking about a genuine smile. He is genuinely happy, and when that twist comes, which is not really a twist because it's spoiled in the trailers, I think, it is still fucking devastating. Seeing John realize that he was scammed, that he was not cured, that all of this was bullshit, was fucking killed me. It literally killed me. It literally
Kill me.
And the way that it was done, by the way, is pretty fucking amazing. We see John getting some sort of beer. I'm not really sure. I think it was tequila. I don't know. So do not bash me. I'm not into alcoholic drinks. So okay, I'm not knowledgeable about these things. But the way it's done was perfectly. He gets a gift to give to, I think, Gabriella, if I remember correctly, and he walks into this place that they operated on him, and he slowly pieces together that he was scammed. He doesn't find them. He sees things broken and like people were in a hurry, and then the final shot of him unwrapping the medical wrap around his head and seeing that his hair is still intact. There's no scarring. There's nothing. Nothing has been done to his head. It is fucking heartbreaking, and it genuinely made me thirst for revenge. And John delivers it fucking delightfully in this movie. This movie is so good. I can't even fucking review it properly. But he still doesn't break his own rule. When he sticks the Scooby-Doo gang into traps, he doesn't stick them in unbeatable traps, unlike Amanda and Hoffman, by the way. He actually gave them their chance to try and redeem themselves and appreciate their life, or whatever fucking deep shit he talks about. And what happens next is, well, you have to watch the movie for yourself. Got you. You have to watch the movie now because you don't know. Because obviously I'm so good at building up mystery and intrigue. And this video is a fucking disaster. Now, no Saw movie discussion is over without talking about the main thing that a lot of people remember about the Saw movies, other than John Kramer and Amanda and Hoffman and everyone else. The OST. When you think of Saw, you think of that theme. You know what I'm talking about. Now, across the years, the Hello Zep theme, which is the Saw theme, by the way, if you didn't know, has a lot of variations to it, and I think the biggest difference between the original and this one is a little bit of instruments. I'm not too sure. I'm not too keen, actually. I don't know that much about the difference between the original one and this one, but it still fucking slaps. And what makes it harder is the twist, which, by the way, isn't really a twist. John Kramer is the fucking protagonist in this movie. Imagine being so scummy to the point that John fucking Kramer, someone who has killed, tortured, mangled thousands, if not hundreds, if not thousands of people, look like a good guy. That is fucking awful, dude. But back to the OST. What sets this one apart from like all the other Saw OSTs is that it has more of a hopeful tone. When John Kramer gets cured, we see him happy and the music reflects that. It is very euphoric, it is very happy. It makes me feel warm and fuzzy on the inside. When at the start of the movie we see him in a desperate situation, the songs are melancholic and they reflect that feeling of desperation. And this is probably the best sentence that came out of my mouth in this entire video, by the way. I'm gonna give myself A on effort for that. That's basically the end of this movie. Listen, I know it has been a shit show up till now, but if I have to put it adequately, go watch this movie. It's not life-changing. Maybe it is for you, but for me it's not life-changing at all. But it's such a good movie. It's such a good wrap-up to John Kramer as a character. Unless we see him in new movies, you know, I won't mind. I won't mind seeing John Kramer in new movies. But I feel like Saw X is the definitive end of John Kramer. Like, yeah, he was killed in Saw 3, but it didn't feel like anything. It didn't feel like we knew John Kramer that much. There was a lot of mystery around it and his ideas, thoughts, and all that. But so please, if you're interested in watching this movie, if you're a big Saw fan, go watch it. I guarantee 90% you'll like it. But how is it for new viewers? Do you go watch it? Do you not? I think to understand the dynamic between John and Amanda more, you need to be at least familiar with at least the first trilogy. I'm not gonna tell you to go watch like all 7, 8 movies. I'm gonna tell you to watch at least the first trilogy so you can have an understanding about the relationship between John and Amanda. And then you can go watch Saw X. That's just my opinion. Obviously, you can say your opinion in the comments down below. What do you think about this movie? Do you like it? Do you hate it? Hate it? Do you like this video or do you hate this video? I've been trying something new every day, okay? Like, I've started making shorts that I'm not posting every day. I should do that, but because there's a lot of stuff happening in a neighboring country, so it's really hard for me nowadays to make videos because it has affected me mentally up here. So, with that, I have to rate Saw. I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10. 10 out of 10 is supposed to be like a masterpiece. I don't think this movie is a masterpiece, but what I have as cons are kind of a nitpick. I genuinely want you to go watch this movie. You could say that some characters were fucking dumb, but other than that, nothing else I want to say about it. Alright, hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, hit the like and subscribe button and ring that bell so you never miss another notification. And you know the drill, okay? You know what the end screen is for. So yeah, share this video with your friends. Maybe some of them are like Saw fanatics and they want to see the movie, but they want to know, other people's opinions on it. Other than that, I don't have anything else to say. See you on the next one. Bye. And happy Halloween, by the way.